Hello and welcome back to Kentucky Farms Mapping. In this video, we're going to be talking about the map release. We'll be explaining some things to you about the map, show you how some things work, show you some of the things that I've taken out of it, and kind of getting you started with it. So hope you enjoy it. Okay, first off, this is the first map that I've made. I've made a lot of mistakes on it. There are some errors on it. I'm going to release it the way it is. It's kind of, I guess you could say, in the beta testing stage, that's just the way that it is. I'm not going to make a lot of changes to it. It is out there, so whoever has it can do whatever they want to with it. You want to change it and release it some other way, that's fine. All I would ask is I get some credit for doing part of it. I understand completely that the file size is huge. It's about twice the size that it should be. I have taken a couple of things out of it to try and get the file size down a little bit. I could optimize it better. I could go through and rearrange a lot of things. To be honest with you, I've been working on this for like a year off and on, and I'm just getting tired of working on it. And it seems like every time I work on it, I make it worse. So I'm going to release it the way it is. Like I said, it's free for anybody out there to do whatever they want to with it. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have, I don't take any types of donations or anything. It's just something that I like to do, and I'm going to move on to another one. I really enjoy playing the map. Everything works on it. The only conflict that I have consistently is with Maize Plus. I'm not a big fan of Maize Plus, so I just don't use it, and everything else works pretty well. Courseplay works on some of the fields. And you'll see when we get in there and look at them why, because some of them are a little complex for Courseplay to work on. Workers, you can hire a worker on quite a few of the fields, a majority of them. Auto drive works fine. Precision farming works fine. Everything else seems to be okay except for the Maize Plus conflict. Okay, so we will go ahead and get into it here and take a look and show you what's going on with it. And like I said, right here, you can see the file size. It's 1.85 gigabyte zipped. So like I said, I know it's huge. I use the FSG Mod Assistant. I don't use it like I should. I don't have everything organized really well yet, but it's a good organization tool. It's just a good place to start, I think. It kind of lets you know if you have problems in your mod folder. So we'll just go in here and we're going to launch the game. And for some reason, it seems like the last update of the game, my game actually takes a little bit longer to load than it did before. It wasn't too bad that time. Okay, but we'll get in here and go to our career mode, and just going to jump over here to an empty slot. We'll start our new farmer and show you how long it takes for it to load up on my machine. This is the row crop ready version of the map. It's the only version. Say it's row crop ready because you can use row crop ready planters, and I'm also going to show you that you don't have to use row crop ready planters on it. I've already have a video that explains that, but I'll do that on here a little bit too. So we loaded her up here. This is kind of the splash screen for it when it starts out. And notice I have hundreds of mods in here, if not 1,000. I'm not sure how many mods are in here, but when I tested it with everything on here that I have, just to make sure that there weren't a lot of mod conflicts. I'm not going to say that there's not any, because there are a couple maybe. I noticed some things with, first of all, Maize Plus does not work well on my machine with my mods that I have. I haven't tested Maize Plus a lot simply because of the fact I don't use it really that much. So I'm not too worried about it not working. I just shut it off. The other thing that I've had a problem with a conflict is the camera. Where we go? Here we go. The camera settings mod. Sometimes that throws out a couple of glitches. So I just shut that off too. So we shut, I mean, I don't use them all the time, but those are the ones that I shut off on this particular map. Okay, so we'll just start out here, kind of give you an idea of how long it takes to load. You know, like I said, it's a huge file, so it takes a little bit of time, you know, especially the first time you load it. After the first time, it goes faster. Okay, you will notice that, at least on my machine, that when you get around 20%, it hangs up a little bit, but then it just kicks off of it. It seems to run up, you know, like to 25, 24, I guess that was 23, and then it jumps up to 65 and hangs up for a second. It's not locked up, okay? Now, you'll look at it and you'll think, oh, it froze and it's not going to load. Well, it jumps up and then it just pops up to 100% pretty quick. So we'll get in here, and when you get onto the map, we start in spring, okay? And you start on the main farm, which is farm 1 right here. And we're going to hop up real quick and take a look around. Let's jump to our flight mode, turn that on, and let's speed this up just a little bit. That's good enough. Turn those on. Okay. So main farm is still pretty much the same as it was. I do have here on the main farm one bunker that's here. Okay, this bunker is what I use for cracked corn. Now, with cracked corn, you have to have some way to make cracked corn. So what I've done is just gone in and modified the grinder. You can also do the hay buster. There's a couple other things you could probably do too, and just add cracked corn into that mod. So you have to unzip the mod itself, add cracked corn to it, and then you can just use it to make cracked corn on the map. Okay, the other thing that I've done here on the main map is this area right over here by this bunker. Okay, there's a place over here. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in real quick just to show you how I've done this. We go into construction. We can go to silos here. You can use whatever bunker you want to, but the way that I have done it and the way that I've set the map up to make the least amount of landscaping necessary is just the lizard bunker that's here. If you click on that, that will align with this. You can pretty much add 3 bunkers and not have to do a lot of landscaping. Okay, and that's all there is to it. I didn't put them on here. Again, I'm trying to keep the file size down a little bit. When you put them on, you have to clean that up a little bit, and all you have to do is go to the landscaping and go to soften, make that bigger, and just soften that up a little bit. That's it. Cleans it right up. Done. Okay, so that's where you can add bunkers if you want to. If you don't want bunkers there, you'd rather use silos, there's a place there you can put silos. This is the area over here that I have used for bale storage. Okay, what works in this area real well is the Lazy E hay shed. It says I don't have enough money here. I didn't put any money in, but that fits in here really well in this area. And again, you don't have to do a whole lot of landscaping when you put that in, but there's bale storage that you can put in there. Again, I didn't put it in here, but if you like to use bale storage, that's a place to do it. Okay, so that's just a couple of things you can add to it if you want to. I want to thank a lot of people for helping with this. And I have got permission from a lot of different modders to use their mods. One of them is from Western Iowa Modding and allowed me to use this beef shed in here. One of the things that you'll notice when we come in here, the first time that you come in, when you start a new map, for some reason this gate is open. I've tried everything I can think of. It's closed in Giants Editor. I've changed values. I've done everything I can think of to get it to stay closed whenever you open it, but it won't do it. It comes in when you first start, it's open. If I were to walk up the chute and try and purchase some animals, I couldn't. Okay, it doesn't work. But if you close the gate and then open it again and then walk up the chute, if I can get up there, there we go, then it works fine. Then you can purchase animals in here. Okay. I also noticed that if you want to close those, if you get right outside of here, then it'll close them from the outside. Okay, so that's sort of how that works. There is a tank here for mineral feed. If you want it, the bins and everything work fine on here. The other thing down here in this shed, there is a straw trigger right here. Okay, so the straw goes in this corner and you can feed just like you normally would right from here. So other than that, you know, everything seems to work just fine on this map and this farm. All right, so you'll notice over here, this is where the horse farm was, and there's nothing here now. That's because I deleted all of the buildings and the pastures and all of that stuff. The reason was to try and get the file size down. I mean, it was a lot bigger than it is now. I also figured that, you know, I don't know how many people would actually play with a horse farm anyway. So what I've done is I decided just to leave it like it is. If you want to put a dairy here, you can put a dairy here. There's a place for a big dairy. There is, you know, if you want to do chicken farms, this area has chicken farms in it, this area of Kentucky. So you can put a chicken farm down here. Okay, different, whatever you want to do with it. That's what this is, farm 2 over here. And the third farm is this little abandoned farm that's over here. It's pretty small. There's not a lot of ground that's associated with it. I think it's just this field and maybe one more. Okay, but it's kind of a little abandoned farm. And also you will see that, again, let me get out of the flight mode. Yeah, right into the water. In this area right here, if you go into the animals and just grab the, there's probably several of these that work, but if you go to the, like the base game cow pasture, again, I don't have enough money to do this, but the base game cow pasture, however you want to turn it, fits right in this area. Okay, so you can have cattle right here if you want. Okay, again, I just left it because it's kind of like an abandoned farm that's in there. So that's the second farm, or the third one, I'm sorry. That's the third farm right here. Okay, so kind of in the town area here, you have a place where you can purchase fertilizer, seeds. There's a seed plant, fertilizer plant, gas station. Let's see, what else is here? Livestock, you can purchase over here. There are 2 sell points. There's one inside the grain elevator, and there's also one down here for, I just kind of like a bale. These are the sell everything, so you can sell whatever you want to in either one of them. Okay, but it's kind of like, this is kind of like where you can sell bales if you want to. And then the other one over here is inside there, and you can sell whatever you want to in the elevator. So that's just the 2 cell points that are on here. I didn't make a whole lot of them, but there's the other one inside. Okay, so we'll take a look at the PDA here. Notice that there are 26 fields, different sizes, different shapes. You'll see why Courseplay works okay on some of them and on some it doesn't. Like down here on these, or the ones with the islands, you know, fields like this, Courseplay is not going to work very well on those. But something like this or any of these seems to work pretty well with a lot of these. If you don't want to use Courseplay, then don't use these fields. Okay. Different sizes. A lot of the smaller ones are located in this area right here. This is, let's show you where the farmlands are here. This is farmland 1, and that's what you get with it right there. Farmland 2 is here. A little bit more farm ground that goes with that one. And farm 3 is over here. And the only thing in that is just this little area, and there's no fields that go with it. So you'd have to buy the fields right along with it. The outside border is available to buy, and I should have checked on this. I'm pretty sure you have to purchase it in order for the things to work in town. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, I have it set at 0, so you can buy it, and then it doesn't cost anything to get the outside area. Okay, so if you start with new farmer, what you would get is the farm 1 area right here, and then you'd have to purchase the outside area also. Farm ground, the first farm is just 2 fields that are here, and it includes the cow pastures and all of that stuff with it also. All right, so what we have here is some different planters. Like I said, I've already done a video on this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it here real quick just to show you what it's like. This is the 12-row case. Okay, we'll just unfold it here, and we'll just cheat in some seeds. Whoops. Cheat it in the right way. There we go. Seeds. Okay. And what we'll do is just plant corn with each of these. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is the 12-row case, and we'll go ahead and plant some corn with this. Whoops. All right. First things first, I guess. Let's pop this up and go to May. There we go. Yes, I want to go to May. All right, there we go. All right, so you'll notice that as we plant here, okay, we can plant corn, anything else that you want to plant with just the regular planter. And the flicker in the background that you see here, I don't know why that's doing it. It just started with the latest update of the game. So, you know, again, it is what it is. If you want to try and fix it, have at it. Okay, so we'll unhook this one. That's just the regular planter. Come down here and we will grab the row crop. Same model. Now, the only reason that there's a tank, liquid fertilizer tank on this is just because I wanted to be able to tell the difference between the row crop planter and the other planter just by looking at them like this. Okay. So we'll pop in here and unfold this, fill it with seed. Okay. Okay, we want to be set on regular corn. So we'll kind of back up a little bit here and set it somewhere in the area. Nice job. There we go. Turn it on, lower it. You can tell already the difference in the planters. Okay, so we have the row crop, and we have the regular version of it. Okay, pop that one off and let it sit there. Run back and grab this one. This is the 24 row John Deere. Go ahead and come over here with this one. This is just the standard. I better move over a little bit more. This is just the standard 24 row planter, not the row crop ready. So we'll come over here, unfold that, fill it with seeds. Okay, make sure it's set on corn. This one takes a minute to unfold. There we go. All right, so we've got this filled with seeds. We will go ahead and lower it down and start it up here. And there we go. Get to planting with it. The international planter is by AE Modding, and the John Deere planters that I have here are JHHG planters. There's others that are working on them. There's also I'm not sure who did it, but I believe there's a John Deere 7000, maybe an 8-row planter that someone was working on or may have been released already. And then there's also a Kinsey model that I believe Squatch Monkey released. I haven't worked much with those, but there's also a couple. I'm sure that in the very near future there's going to be more row crop ready planters coming. Okay, so this is the row crop ready version. Let's unfold it first. Of the 24 row planter, and we're going to go ahead and set this on just plain corn. Okay, and with the row crop ready, you can plant row crop soybeans, silage corn, and I believe that may be a row crop soybeans, silage corn, and corn are the three things that you can plant with a row crop ready. Okay. The thing is, on this map, you do not have to do row crop ready. If you want to do row crop ready, you just use the row crop ready planters. We need to put some seed in it first. Seeds. Okay. Straight corn. There we go. And plant. All right, and again, you'll see you get the same effect. You just see the rows on this one, whereas with the other one, more of a solid planting area that you have. Okay. All right, so now that we have them planted, what we'll do is kind of back off here a little bit. Let me get out of the tractor, go back into my flight mode. And get up in the air. take a look at this a little. Okay, then we will advance the time. Let's go ahead and speed it up. There's a couple different ways you can do this. We'll just bump it up here. If you go too fast, there you go. It takes a minute for it to catch up. Okay, so you'll notice that we have non-row crop, row crop, non-row crop, row crop. So there's only one version of the map. Everything works on here. So if you want to do row crop, you can do row crop. If you don't want to, you can just do the standard planning, just like you normally do. And you can use other planners. You don't have to use these planners. You can use whatever planner you want to do the regular planning. If you're going to do row crop ready or row crop planning, you have to use the row crop planners. Okay, so it all works on here. Okay, I believe that's about it. You know, like I said, it's not a great map by any means. I enjoy playing it. Things work on it. Precision farming works on it. There's some other multi-fruits that are on here. There's going to be errors in the files. I know that. Like I said, I've been working on this for off and on for a year. And to be honest, I'm tired of working on it. So like I said, if somebody else wants to take it and do something with it, you're welcome to do that. All I'm asking is that, you know, I get some credit for doing part of it. So if you download it, I hope you enjoy it. You know, it's a big file size. If you find a way to knock that down a little bit, that's great. That doesn't seem to affect gameplay in any way. Okay. All right. Well, there's going to be a link down in the bottom. There'll also be a link on my Facebook page. You know, hope you enjoy it.